Hey guys, okay, all I'm gonna say is that it is time for me to sit at the cool kids table. All right, I've got today the MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation. Okay, I have it in the shade N4. I did indeed get this at TJ Maxx for about $15. So I have a feeling that I'm actually like the least cool kid at the cool kids table because MAC, I'm like way late, I'm like 10 years behind on MAC, okay? Um, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I feel like Mac is sort of, what's the word? Like, not obsolete, but I don't know. You know the word I'm looking for. Like, it's run its course. It's seen its day. It's on its last leg. That sort of thing. It used to be like makeup channels made Mac out to be like only the cool kids have Mac cosmetics, but I'm just like, meh, you know. Give me a good Wet n Wild foundation, a good Makeup Revolution foundation, and I'm good. A good AOA Studio dollar store foundation. Anyway, I'm not gonna be a snob today, okay? We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. And if it's good, it's good. I mean, I can't take that away from it now, can I? All right, and you guys will have to forgive me a little bit today because I have got some sort of allergy slash I don't know what nose thing going on. So my nose is just with a constant drip. I know, like, I know you guys come here for a classy lady, I know that, but you're not gonna get her, okay? Can't you learn your lesson? Okay, so I have a brush and a sponge today. We're gonna try them both. We'll see what happens. And Mac, what are you doing to me? What? No pump, no squeezy tube, nothing, just an open bottle. And stop trying to call me entitled. You should have a pump bottle. Everybody has a pump bottle or a squeezy tube, okay? I'm just gonna dab a little bit onto my hand like this. It seems really creamy. It's not very thin or runny. Well, I was gonna say, all right, it's thin, but it's more creamy. Oh yeah, the shade looks almost spot on, honestly. Let's start with the brush because that's my preferred method. Yeah, the shade looks spot on. It's gonna look a bit ghostly on my face just because my face is darker than my neck. Okay, and already I feel like this area is going to look very chalky and makeup-y. This reminds me of like, well, a lot of foundations do this to me where they almost have like, maybe because it's the Studio Fix and it's supposed to be long lasting, which I don't know. I'll check the box in just a second. I don't know anything about this foundation. Ladies, like, I don't care about cool kid makeup, you know? I assume because it's Studio Fix, it's supposed to be long lasting. So let's take a look real quick, shall we? Yeah, 24-hour wear, buildable full matte coverage, oil and shine control. Okay. So yeah, the biggest problem I have with foundations such as this is that a lot of times they're because of the mattifying and the oil control and all that, sometimes they feel kind of powdery on my skin when I'm like blending it out, and that will translate to looking a little bit chalky, crusty, and weird pigmenty sections, especially like around any area of my face that's got more to cover, such as this eye area where it's very highly pigmented. That's what it feels like right now, but I'm gonna get a close-up look right now and we'll just see if that is indeed the case. A little bit right here, not bad though, at all. Like, not bad at all. I was expecting much worse. And I feel like it does still look really very natural. I do feel like I'm getting a good even out, but it looks like natural, like just my skin. I'm gonna take the sponge a little bit and just put, I don't know, should I just do the other side? Okay, I'll just do the other side. I was gonna try and like build up a little bit, but yeah, and as predicted, or as I had thought would happen, which I guess is a prediction, the sponge is shearing out the coverage a little bit, so it's not as high coverage as just with the brush. But if you're looking for an even more natural look, especially with a long-lasting matte foundation, then this sponge is probably going to be the way you're going to want to go, because it's still laying the product down, but it's shearing it out a little bit so that it's looking even more natural in my opinion. But you can see I've got a spot right here that's trying to give me a problem, and it's kind of right around that area. So excuse me, it's not covering that very well. But that doesn't really bother me. Like, I usually just want my skin to be evened out. I guess there are certain times when I want like a really high coverage, full coverage. But it's usually not on an everyday basis. A little bit more just right up here. Just to smooth that over. I like this sponge application because I feel like the foundation is blending well. Not that the brush was bad, but I don't know, maybe because of the sort of powdery feel of the product, it just feels good going on with the brush. Not very technical, it's just a personal preference. So I think it looks good. I'm gonna put a little tiny bit more, maybe around my nose, and I'm just going to dab it on with my finger, because right here is where I'm gonna have like a lot of redness. Yeah, and I feel like, and I'll check that area too, because that's my problem area there and around my mouth. So yeah, I can kind of feel it sort of, maybe not setting down, but like sort of turning into that, yeah, real powdery type of feel. A tiny bit tacky still, but it's got that powdery feel. All right, so let's just take a look, see. Still looks pretty good. It's a little tiny bit crusty around my nose. But yeah, this looks pretty natural. I feel like it sort of has a powdery look to it though, like almost as though I'm using a powder foundation. It's got sort of that look to it. It's not terrible. I don't want to like, you know, I don't want you to think it looks cakey and powdery, but it does sort of have that powdery look to it. And it feels like it does set down into that sort of powdery finish. So you might not need to put a powder on over top of this, and I don't know if I will or not. We'll just see what happens. I'll probably just do the rest of my makeup. You guys can kind of get an idea. Let me do a little bit of a build-up on camera before I do the rest of my makeup, just so you can kind of see like what happens if you build it up. So I'm going to take, again, on the sponge a little bit and right in this area. That's where I'm going to need the most coverage. Not too much though. And that, again, this is like right here was where it was looking the most sort of chalky makeup-y right in here. So we'll just see how that little bit of extra on there does. I'm hoping that building it up with this sponge is going to sort of really make it look less makeup-y. $15 I don't think is too bad for a sort of high-end foundation, but that's not its regular price. And I feel like at this point there are like a ton of extra, or not extra, other drugstore products that are just as good, if not better. So okay, I feel like that looks a little bit better. It's not bad around my problem area, around my mouth where I get real crepey and all that. Doesn't feel like it's really settling into any fine lines. Now I've got creases all around my eyes everywhere, and no matter what product I use, it's going to crease there because I have a crease. So I'm not going to hold it against this product if there's a crease or whatever. But it doesn't seem like it's like really like, you know, collecting in any of my fine lines or wrinkles. This is still pretty red though, and I did build up a little bit extra product right there. So let's just get the rest of my makeup on and we will talk about my first thoughts. All right, so here we are, full face done. I did powder this. a little bit, especially under my eyes. You know, I powdered everywhere, but it did dry down to a sort of powdery matte finish, but I still felt a little bit of moisture like when I would touch my face, and I still can a little bit. So I wanted to powder it so that it just felt like less moistury, and that my other powder products would go on more smoothly, which they did. I don't know if you have to powder, but I powder anyway, usually with every single foundation anyway. So, all right, so my full thoughts are, this is okay. I feel like if you can get it, if you're dying to try it and you can get it for like at a discounted price, such as $14, $15, like what I got it for, then I don't think you'll hate it necessarily. If you have dry skin, you probably will not like this foundation at all. It is matte, okay? I think it looks pretty. Like now I feel like I'm getting a little bit of a glow coming through, but it doesn't, my skin does not look oily. Like it's just a little bit of more life coming back into my face than being just so, you know, hardcore matte. I feel like this just first applied is a little too matte for me. It's weird because like it's too matte, but it doesn't actually look unnatural. It just looks like it looks natural on your skin, like you can't see makeup on your skin, but it is a little bit matte. So maybe if you had like a glowy powder such as the Winky Lux or the AOA, if I can find it, the AOA Perfect setting powder in the shade Brightening is a glowy powder that might help, you know, kind of combat some of that just hardcore matte. But again, hardcore matte doesn't mean it was drying. It didn't look dry, it didn't look cakey, it didn't look crusty. It just looked dry, like not dry, it just looked matte, like really matte. So yeah, if that's your thing, you may really like this. Otherwise, I mean, I feel like it's okay, but I don't feel like I would run out of my way to pick this product up. Now we'll see, I'll wear it for the rest of the day and we'll see like how long lasting and stuff it is. But I just can't see myself running out to purchase this right away because I can't live without it and it's so amazing. There are 1,000 other drugstore products such as, if I can find it, this one, the Revolution Matte Base Pore Blurring Full Coverage Foundation. I like this one better. Very pore blurring. This one's not accentuating my pores, but it's not really blurring them remarkably well either. It looks fine. Again, it does look natural. But I kind of like this one better, and it's honestly, it could be the same price in as a regular price. It could be a similar price to $15, and you do have to order it online, so there's that to think about as well. So I don't think I've got a lot of like just fully matte other products, but again, I don't see this as one that I'm just dying to try. I do love the shade. The shade is like spot on, really nice. So yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. And thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to thumbs up, like, subscribe, ding my bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.